You're probably in the Banny Snakewater review.
Got it.
Why isn't bruh?
I'm gonna go.
Gonna go where? Are you gonna
The
go get the
hell?
milk? Are you leaving?
Yeah,
Are you going to get the milk?
I'm gonna go with the milk. Milk.
I have to restart my game. My game is. I have a.
Are
I have to restart my game.
I need to go work out.
Okay. I, I'll
Mm,
watch you with my telescope
don't
from
you
here.
dare.
Yeah, well. Or like the submarine telescopes.
Mhm,
Do,
mhm,
do.
mhm.
I have one in here. Just up in there.
Surprise.
It's got X-ray vision and everything. So have fun.
Yeah.
Roman,
Yeah.
you're hot micing.
Oh shit, my fault.
What the fuck happened? Okay, my binds are fucked for some reason. Okay, it works. Okay.
Wait, there's a command to just change it to tournament mode? That's awesome.
Yeah. It's MP tournament one. So, well, where should I start? Okay, rollout. I'm just gonna go about the rollout. This is how I do it. I shoot enough rockets to get here, and if I have like 120 or 110 by then, just do these two jumps, and then you pull out your escape plan here.
Mm-hmm.
And usually you don't need to be
Got it.
holding it for that long. Like as soon as you jump off that platform is a good time to release it, and you can
Ah,
stay in
okay.
this corner.
I've been doing 4 rockets out of spawn, then just escape plan all the way there.
Yeah, that works fine, but easier to mess up. So what I just do the half of the roamer rollout basically. Uh, mids. So there's there's a lot of mids here. Really, the most common one is double bomb, and if you have a good double bomb mid on Snakewater, you will roll this map, especially in AM, because nobody knows how to deal with double bombs in AM. Uh, so your combo is gonna come out Saw,
Yeah.
Saw door, and your flank's gonna be here. Usually the
That's
roamer,
the catwalk over there, like above the catwalk, like up there. No,
this.
no, no, like jump up. Yeah, do I play up there? And
Uh,
I watched M17's map review on Snakewater, and he said Pocket Scout's supposed to like jump back and forth off right there.
That's if your combo rolls out catwalk.
Okay. So if they
Uh,
roll out Saw, where should I go?
you're, I'm gonna say roll out Saw because it's a bigger door. It's easier to see things. So Saw, I would play like around here, and then like you can jockey for high ground like over here.
Hmm.
yeah, but if they're doing double on mid, you should really stay by the meds so you can
But
do some defending.
yeah, this roof is good because you can see double bombs. The Med's usually playing like around here.
Hmm.
Elmo's gonna be fast, gonna be playing around here. He can probably roll out lower.
Yeah,
Oh,
I think
one
that's
advanced
what red usually
tactic
does.
is that I'm sorry.
I think that's what red usually does.
Yeah. So he rolls out lower. He would probably try to. He should try to connect with you by running over here, play around here. One advanced tactic you can do is you can have your pocket soldier. So Lost would do roamer rollout, and Larky would do pocket rollout. And the reason why is because you can get a full buff on both soldiers, and you won't have to arrow Larky here. But it's kind of hard to coordinate, and your med has to know exactly what he's doing. But something you can play around with if you want to. I'm gonna. So the double bomb mid. So as pocket soldier, so I play pockets. I usually just literally just play down here and spam, and then once the time is reached, just do this. Oh shit, fucked it. Just do this.
Yeah,
and you can
usually we
land.
don't do that since ammo
And usually
management.
we've also like
Yeah, we
never
usually
really
like to have
bomb.
as
I
many
also
rockets in our clip as
we
possible.
never sent a single sack during our match.
Oh, that's a problem. But you didn't really stalemate ever. It was mostly like it was like really like clusterfuck.
Yeah, we usually just jump up
Cool.
there, stand there for a bit, reload everything, then like 3, 2, 1, bomb. They usually don't have a
Well,
scout up there. Usually like one soldier.
they
So
they
like
sent a lot of sacks during the match, and I think their soldiers had like 30, 40 kills. They
Yeah,
they
their
were sending
soldiers were
sacks
carrying
like
them.
almost the whole game, and we didn't send a single sack. And after the match, I realized that, but I don't really know when or how to call sacks.
okay, I'll teach you that later. Let's just focus on mid for
Okay.
now, because that's most stalemates. So if you guys don't like if your soldiers can't like consistently do the jump or something, you guys can play the passive mid on this. I'm gonna show you the double bomb mid because I think it's the best mid, and you can try it in scrims. So this is exactly what happens. You would call. You don't want to be saying 3, 2, 1 bomb because sometimes Larky or Lost would get slapped with a pipe or something, and now they can't bomb. So someone calls 3, 2, 1 bomb, but no, I'm 100 health, and oh no, I just went in, and yeah, it doesn't work very well sometimes. So what happens if you call a time? So you call the above round timer and say, oh, at 9:35 we go,
Yeah,
and you
so
get to
above
mid.
round as in server timer.
Not either works. Just
Yeah.
make sure you know what you're talking about. So like round timer would be like 5:35, something like that. And server timer, I've never seen people use server timer actually. Just use
Yeah.
round timer.
I mean, I find it useful
Yeah.
for counting Ubers since it doesn't change when once they're capped.
Yeah. So a server timer would be good for counting Ubers, but this is just like because mid's not going to be capped, so it's not going to change.
Yeah.
It's usually like 5 seconds after getting to mid. So like if I'm here and the timer says 9:40, I would probably call let's bomb at 9:32. And then like 8 seconds would
Yeah.
pass or even faster like 9:35. 5 seconds would pass. As soon as it hits 9:35, both soldiers go like this. That's what Pocket should do. Any variation of that. Roamer could do like a single jump, which is kind of bad. Roamer
Yeah, I noticed
Larky can
Romer
do.
isn't the most experienced jumper, so I think they would have difficulty with that.
Yeah, it's just he has to practice it then. But he can do like this, but that's a little hard. He can do if it's too hard, then just literally going here and single jumping like this is fine because they're probably not going to be too close to
Yeah.
pressure you.
I usually find like when a time is called, I seem to find it like rushed a lot of the time. We'll give it a shot, but I guess I'll be the one calling it, and I'll try to make
Yeah.
a time that. I mean, I'll probably get a feel for it in scrims.
Yeah. So don't rush it. The point of the time is that it's not just like you send both soldiers in and then everyone else stays back and watches. It's not that. The mid is about slamming into them and just getting in their face and shooting them. So when the time is called, the soldiers go up and everyone, med, scouts, demo, everybody walks across and starts shooting them and such just starts murdering them. And if you have better DM or if they don't know how to respond, you just wipe them like almost every time. That's why I think it's the best mid because on this mid, the soldiers can go so high, so they either have to look up and not see your combo barreling at them, or they have to look at your combo barreling at them and get destroyed by the soldiers bombing.
Yeah, I think that's just a
So
general
yeah,
combo thing. Just be more connected with like either the flank or the soldiers bomb. Just like in general, being more connected with people that aren't right next to you.
yeah. So if your team wants to aggress, the combo has to also aggress. It can't just be your flank or your soldiers.
Yeah.
That's just baiting your players.
Can't just double bomb, hope the med dies. If they don't, well, shit.
That's pretty much it. One. So that's the double bomb mid. It's the simplest mid. Just go in. Passive mid. Passive mid is where nobody steps across this line. Nobody plays up here because up here you're getting isolated. So the demo would be down here. He would be like spamming across, shooting high ground. Um, Roman would be playing like on this roof over here, you know, shooting high ground, shooting bombers if they send bombers. Med would just be playing here. Lost, you can play like over here. You can do like little jumps, shoot a couple rockets, jump off, get an arrow. Not jump off down there, but jump off back here, get an arrow. You know, just spam for high ground. And Larky and Tack would be over here. He would be doing this. You know,
Oh yeah, I noticed Thomas doesn't play high ground as much as he should.
yeah. Just you can tell him that.
Yeah.
Uh,
Oh yeah.
to work
Also,
on like.
next week after, like, so there's match Wednesday, and then after that there's Bagel, which we haven't practiced at all, and I don't think most of the players have ever played, so we should definitely get scrims with that.
Uh, I suggest just focusing on snakewater for now.
Yeah.
Bagel is really easy to pick up and really hard to master, but it's easy to pick up, especially open division. Nobody's gonna know what they're doing in AM. Like I'm telling you, it's really just whoever has the better DM. Let me see. Actually, let me see something. Give me a second. Okay. So yeah. So that's the passive mid. You just fight for high ground, and you want to slowly encroach. So if they're getting hurt a lot and they're going back for arrows, then you can start slowly. You can call. Now this is hard to do because it's easy to overextend. If you see like a bunch of people hurt, like you take high ground, they're all hurt, they're all getting heals. You can call collapse, and that's when everybody says fuck it and goes in, just like a double bomb mid. But this time, it's only when they're hurt and they're out of position.
Yeah. So if we're up against opponents that are just straight up better, then we have to pull that.
Yeah, basically, if double bomb mids aren't working, like they're shooting down your soldiers, this is basically your. Actually, really like if you're able to get their med on double bomb mids, always go for the double bomb mids, even if you wipe, because then you won't be rolled, even if they're better than you. But if you can't get anything, play the passive mid, try to get damage. If someone gets hit a lot of damage, like red like pipes a soldier up here, Larky spams him. Oh, soldier took 150. Focus him, and then we come up here and we kill that soldier. And now they're one down and they can't take high ground. And you slowly bully them out with your better positioning. Yeah. Those are the two mids, really. There's an aggressive mid, but that's just kind of like an in-between. I don't really like it. It's the same thing, except you play your combo more forward and you're ready to collapse much sooner, like off of less. But two mids, passive, double bomb, that's all you need.
Okay.
So for passive mid, where should I be staying? Like, where should I be sitting? What should I be doing?
Probably like on the roof, somewhere around here. Really, your job on passive mid is that if they send aggression, if they send soldiers or feeders, you're the first guy who has to shoot that. If only on this map, I will excuse that if they send a double bomb, I will excuse like Lost or Larky turning around to shoot them because it's very powerful on this map. Or what you can do is that if they send a double bomb, you can just bomb yourself and try to get the counter med pick because they'll be distracted with their own double bomb.
Okay.
So two options. Same applies to Larky. And also, Thomas, if you guys are getting killed by soldiers, Thomas doesn't have to play over here. He can play a second pocket scout on this mid and just leave Larky out to dry. Because two scouts will just be able to shoot down the soldiers. And so if you're finding that you're getting wiped like that.
Okay.
So, okay, that's basically mid. So, if you win mid, you're holding second. Not holding second, holding mid. This is when there's even Ubers. So, red demo would be playing in saw, not in saw, just like around here. You would be setting up traps here and here, just cutting off this door. Lost, I suggest you play here.
Yeah.
Just watch saw, help red. Pocket, scout, and med should be playing on this shack. It's good high ground. Like, if you play down here, you can get like caught on the shack. So just play on the shack. Flank holds lower. I suggest that Larky plays catwalk so he can watch window and he can drop down and watch lower immediately. And tack just helps him with whatever he's trying to do. So helps him hold whatever.
Hmm.
So sacking. Sacking happens when there's even Ubers. And whoever owns mid is the one who has to sack. So sacking is when you send one soldier in as a sacrifice, so sack, to try and force their med. So this is the sequence of events that should happen. There you can sack. Larky can sack. So Roamer sacks, and he can sack through any door. He can sack through lower. So would be the jump through lower because their med would be playing like on bats, not on bats. He would be playing on point or logs, or maybe back here. So that's probably the best jump because it's so good. You can get all the way to bats with it. He needs to be practicing these jumps as well. It's very crucial on this map, especially. You can also do a window sack, which is the hardest one, but you just get right on top of the med if he's playing on point, and it's very harder to stop. Or you can do the same thing from saw, which is easier since it's on one side. So those are the jumps he can do. So the whole it's like a checklist. This is a sequence of steps. So first, you buff your roamer. Then you choose a door to sack through, which is usually what Larky calls. So like, Larky calls, I'm gonna sack through saw. So he's gonna get ready. He's gonna stand on saw. He's ready to jump. The combo moves to a different door, not the door he's sacking through because it draws too much attention.
Yeah.
So let's say the combo moves lower, and all you're gonna do is you're gonna pressure. So you're gonna call, okay, pressure now. Pressure now is called, and people just start spamming. They just start poking at them. Don't commit. Don't die. Don't take too much damage. Just spamming and getting their attention. The whole point is to just get one or two people to look here because those people are distracted. They won't be able to shoot Larky. As soon as pressure now is called, Larky should say, okay, I'm sacking. He needs to say this because your team needs to know when he's in. Okay, I'm sacking. He goes, he does his best. If nothing happens and he dies, then everybody gets out. Everybody leaves. They go back to their default holds, and then you wait for their counter sack. Their counter sack is just a single soldier that just goes in because if he goes in very quickly, his respawn timer will be close to Larky's, and it'll be like he never died. So it'll be like 5-on-5 after. If you are counter sacking, just buff the closest soldier. It can be Lost or Larky. Usually Larky should, though. Buff the closest soldier. There's no pressure. There's no nothing. He just goes. It's just as quickly as possible. It's only when you own mid you do that whole extravaganza. So that's sack. That's sacking on from mid. From second, it's much harder. It's much harder to sack into this last because there's not really good doors. Larky, if they're not holding shutter close, Larky can go like this. I didn't even do it right, but their med usually plays over here or on point.
Yeah, I think that's beyond Larky's jumping capabilities.
Yeah, the easiest one is going through under and then jumping off like this.
Yeah.
That's the easiest one. If he wants to, he can try to like smash his face through left through the demo and just try to get in like this. It sometimes works. The best players, or not even best players, like people who can jump, they would do this. But that's pretty hard. Soapy Meister would speed shot like that, and he gets all the way to their spawn. And he can like garden people, but just stick. This is the easiest one, so just do this. Or if that's hard, or they're holding it too close, he can jump up like this. Okay, and the same thing. Like Larky picks a door, you go to a different door, you pressure, you just poke and spam. Pressure now is called. He goes, yada yada. When he dies, if he doesn't get anything and you have 5 players, you want to get out of lobby. You never want to hold lobby with 5 players. You always wait for him, and then you go back into lobby, and then you repeat.
Yeah.
What should we be holding if we're trying to get last?
So
We're trying to
if
fight that.
you're not in lobby, so like you're waiting for Larky to spawn,
Mhm.
Lost should play here. Pocket Soldier plays here. This is just a god spot,
Mhm.
like all the time, because you're able to drop off and you're just peek this corner and stuff.
There you go.
This is good high
Stand on
ground.
that fence is very good.
Yeah. Uh, I suggest Rat plays here. This is a very good spot. It's a little advanced though because you need to be aware of this door in case anyone pushes there. If he doesn't want to play there, he can play back here, or he can play even here. But I would suggest either here or here. Red probably should be holding. Red should be holding this. This door probably like playing around here. He should also be keeping an eye on lower. Uh, Roman just plays wherever Rat wants to play. So if Rat's here, you play around him. Somebody needs to be holding cheese. Red should be able to do it like this, and he should be able to spam anyone trying to get cheese. But Tactical Thomas can play in cheese if he wants. Or he can be peeking lower. He's kind of flexible here. And Larky's should be dead when you're doing this. But if Larky's alive and you have to hold like this, Larky should be holding cheese. In lobby, if you're getting ready to sack, like people are getting heals, or you're just holding lobby for some reason, and like you're holding for a sniper, whatever. Red plays left, so does Lost. Larky plays right. Just anywhere. Never go through here. This is death. If you get out here, you're dead.
Yes.
So just hold like this, hold like this. Tack should help him. Oh, and someone should be lower. Tack can be lower. He just needs to spot it. Make sure if someone tries to come in, he needs to call it. And Larky can also hold lower if he wants. Actually, better idea. Because that's kind of an advanced one because the flank needs to be able to rotate. Let's just have Red hold left. Lost can hold right. Larky can hold lower.
Yeah.
But that's only if... Because if Larky's lower, he can sack through lower faster. So that's my thought process.
Got it.
So he can hold lower. He just goes in. Yeah. And you can send sacks and yada yada. One thing I would suggest, you should try Sniper on this.
Hmm.
You should try Sniper, so like he can... This is a really good sightline
I
here.
think the
You
only
can...
player on our team that's actually like good at sniper is Red, and he's on demo.
Sniper, if nobody can's good at Sniper, try Spy. Go Spy.
Yeah. I know
Like-
Larky's good at spy.
Yeah, you can get Larky to go at Spy, you can get Thomas to go. It's ideal Thomas goes because you want two soldiers. It's easier to hold that way, but... yeah. Okay. So I talked about last hold. If you... Okay, so second, if you're holding second... Let's see. So there's a lot of flexibility here. Because the demo can hold either lower or saw. It's completely up to Red. I suggest Red holds saw. He just holds like this. There should be... And if Red's holding saw, both soldiers need to be here holding lower. And not close, because over here is no man's land. This is too far away. So just hold lower by, like, standing here, hold window, stand on the shack, whatever. If they're busting through lower too easily, Red can rotate. Red can be the one holding. Red can be one holding lower, like setting up sticky traps. Then Larky would be playing up here, holding window and lower, and Lost would have to solo hold saw.
Yeah.
Hope
So
and
if
by
we're,
standing
like,
on this pipe.
holding our second, then I should be playing up on
Our
that pipe.
second. Yeah, this would be this, but only if Red's holding lower.
Yeah.
If Red wants to hold saw, you don't hold saw. And Larky can help everywhere. If he's standing here, he can help lower, he can help... Oh, he can turn around, help saw. Med... there's a lot of places you can play. I've seen people play on logs as med, with, like, Roman. I've seen them hold back. This is a little far back, but you can hold here, you can just hold on point.
Yeah, we tend
This
to
is-
play on bats there if we have just had.
If this, I'm talking about even Ubers. This
Yeah.
bats should be disad, yeah. So even Ubers you would be holding here or on logs. I suggest logs. because here you can't see anything. Here is a little better. So yeah. Roman plays with med. Attack can do really whatever. He can just go and help whoever needs help. He defaults to wherever Larky is, though.
Mhm.
If you're disad, the passive hold is your combo should be bats. And as soon as you see them, you run. You don't want to hang out here because this is a tiny doorway and you need to be out of there quick because they can get here surprisingly fast. Like there are times where we're pushing into last. I do this jump. Second. I do this jump and I just drop the med right here because he's too slow.
Yeah, so if you just see
Like,
them
they-
walking in, leave.
Yeah. As soon as they get onto grass, run. You can send. Oh yeah, I should explain this concept. When you're passive holding, your combo's running, right? But Larky, if he's alive, or whichever soldier's alive, they can stay in and just jump in and try to force the med on his entry.
Mhm.
So that's called setting up a force. That's what Bones calls it, at least, like some main player I played with. But if that's an option, if you're passive holding, you can send one soldier in, like as a last shot
Got
while
it.
you're running away. Yeah. Pushing out of second, I suggest lower. Lower is easy because bigger door, it's a longer walk, and if they're holding saw, then you can probably catch them through lower by jumping, like getting red to jump like this and cut them off like that.
Red or Larky?
So, Larky is roamer. He would be playing saw
I mean, I would
probably
be surprised
during a
if
push.
Red was just flying in with
Well, it's a
stickers.
Uber push.
Oh yeah, Uber pushed. Okay.
It's an Uber push. You don't always have to. Snakewater is hard to push through because the doors are all small. If you're finding that you can't really get in clean, you can just leapfrog and just pop through no matter where they are and just pop in, unless they're like all the way back here.
Yeah.
But you can just pop in and take the point and just start leapfrogging, which is where you use Uber, they use Uber, you use Uber, and you just take points back and forth until someone fucks up.
Yeah.
So through lower, if you're doing lower, someone needs to clear a cat. It would usually be either Larky or Tack going through Saw and clearing this. That's why you don't want 6 people through a door. They can clear the other doors, make sure no one's hiding.
Mhm.
So yeah, the flank wheel we saw. Another place you can push is Catwalk, which is more of a dry push area where like you don't want to use because it's
Yeah.
high ground and it's far away.
So if we have like even Ubers don't want to use, we push through catwalk.
If it's even Ubers, you shouldn't be pushing.
Okay.
It's unless they're down 2 players.
Yes.
So, there's 3 things that can be pushed off of. There's Uber ad, at least 2 players of ad, or the demo man's dead. Those are the 3 things
Okay.
you can
got
push
it.
off of.
I did notice that we kind of weren't using player ad, especially if it's like 2-player ad. We just didn't use it to push in.
Yeah, it's just something the team needs to call. Like,
Yeah.
and if it's player ad, I would suggest popping in and just forcing the med to use, and it's a better exchange because you're up 6 players and they're 4 players. So once the Uber fades, hopefully you'll have a numbers advantage.
Yeah.
But catwalk is the dry push area. You want to have like you probably lost would be clearing the trap here. You would jump in, you would spot everything. They would walk through cat, and then they would probably drop down. You gotta just basic push stuff. If you want to try and catch them, like they're not respecting your Uber and they're holding
Yeah.
too close, you can go through kitchen and you would just full send it like this
Yeah.
and try to catch them. So yeah.
Uh,
Saw
would
is
it
an
ever
okay
be a
place.
Good idea to Uber through kitchen.
What?
Would it ever be a good idea to Uber through kitchen?
I can't hear you. You keep cutting out.
Would it ever be a good idea to push through kitchen with Uber?
Yes, I was just saying.
Gotcha.
Yes, it's if you want to shove the Uber down their throats because they're holding too close with Uber disad.
Okay.
Yeah. Saw is okay as well. I don't like it because you kind of can get stuffed much more easily, but it's fine. Like if on a whim, like people are already at Saw, you can go through Saw.
Got it. Is there anything else you
Yeah.
want to go over?
Yeah, there's last holds and there's
Yeah.
pushing into second. So pushing into second, lower is the best bet. Lower is probably the best. You would want your flank holding saw. And if you're pushing in, this is a crucial jump.
Hmm.
Lost, you need to be able to do some semblance of this jump and
Got
be
it.
able to take this much space.
I will practice that.
This is yeah, this is a power position. And once Lost is in, they're all gonna be like scared of you, and they're gonna forget about grass, and that's when your combo walks up like this.
Hmm.
And if you notice that their combo is not leaving, just pop it and go for the bat store.
Got it.
I'll be right back. I'm about to piss my pants. Hold on.
Okay. I'll just wait for him.
I paused the recording.
Okay. Um, that's for lower. For Saw,
Hmm.
kind of same idea. Lost, you would want to bomb to bats only when your team's ready to follow you up, but you
Yeah.
want to bomb to bats. Larky and Tack, they can go through lower, so like Larky can do the exact same jump. He can land somewhere else, or he can land on bats with you.
Yeah.
Tack would go with him, or Larky can actually come with you in this case, but he would bomb through window if he can do this jump.
Hmm.
And you would just go through Saw. Watch out for traps, like on the stairs.
Yeah.
And if they're not leaving soon enough, you want to come up through bridge and try to Uber in like this and try to catch them
Hmm.
while they're leaving late.
Would it be an idea
Okay.
to have a like one soldier bomb onto bats and then the other one bomb into the that big door to like sandwich the
Uh,
two?
yeah, that can work. You can have one guy going here, one guy over there. It would need some coordination though.
Yeah.
So yeah, pushing to second is probably the easiest point to push into. It's really open.
Yeah.
Uh, last. So pushing into last. Default door is lower. It should be lower. So your
Right.
combo would go. So like let me explain like the sequence of events. Like you just got second, everyone's healing up, and you say, okay, let's go lower. You run down lower. Okay, is everyone ready? Okay, good.
Sorry about
Then
that. I fell in,
okay,
kind of like flushed away.
okay, I see. So yeah. So your combo would go to lower, and then what I do is if there's a soldier here holding it close,
Yeah.
which there usually is, you just pop it and you just kill the soldier instantly. And now you run up with while going in. If there is no soldier holding it close, there's no pressure on lower. Milk it as much as you can, walk as far as you can, and then pop it, and then go crazy and just murder
Hmm.
them.
Got it.
So that's why. So that's lower. You can go for left. It's harder because you can get stuffed.
Yeah.
It's the same idea. If there's no pressure, if there's no close people killing you, there's no like demo. You want to walk as far in through left before popping it until they start like spam you.
Yeah.
If
So
not, just pop it in, kill the people close.
pushing snakewater last default would usually be lower. Second choice would be left.
Or left or right.
Left or right.
It
Got it.
really it depends on like let's say they have a heavy over here and he's like playing on the right. You can go through right to avoid him.
Yeah.
Or if the sentry's over here, you can go through left to avoid it. Or you can go through right and just kill the sentry quickly if you want to do that. It's like, it depends. But right and left both work. Holding last. So, Demo would be playing right. It would solo hold right. One soldier needs to be lower. You can either play close. If you play close, you need to be watching out for the Uber push and be ready to run away as quickly as possible. Because it's possible to get out. Or you can be playing like here, playing more off, and then run away if they pop through. Larky, that should be you.
Yeah. So I
Pocket should
am
play
where
low.
exactly? Could you repeat that?
You're lower. You're holding
Okay.
lower. Never go into lower though. Just
Yeah.
hold it. Larky should be playing on this crate, holding shutter, and this is called drop down. I don't know
Yeah.
why it's called drop down. Oh wait, it's called drop down because there used to be like a tunnel system you can go down through here. They removed it. So, yeah.
Sad.
I like so if it's disad, that's not where you hold it. If it's
Yeah.
disad, everybody holds back here. They hold on the point. They have red has traps set up. Everybody holds around here,
Yeah.
and if they pop in through left, you run away to right. You just rotate away from their Uber. They pop into right, you rotate left. You just rotate away.
Yeah.
Don't fight the shiny people. You rotate away. If it's even Ubers, people play where I told you. I just told you even Uber
Yeah.
positions. I like med playing here because if they lowers, if lowered is adequately covered, it should be very hard through sack. It's gonna be really hard to get a clean jump here,
Yeah.
and then med can just run away. If this is a little too precarious, he can just play here.
Got
The
it.
problem here is this place blocks vision from lower,
Mhm.
but this is okay if you want to play here. Never play over here. This is a sniper sight line. Just play over here.
Yeah, I noticed our med tends to play like in that general area, right?
Yeah, just
Oh yeah, would it be a
around.
good idea for pocket soldier to play on that tower?
I don't think so,
Okay.
because really, if you want to, the only point of being here is holding right.
Yeah.
Even then, you can probably hold it better like this, and really, I think pocket should be holding lower
Yeah, so on
most
that
of the
blue
time.
roof there.
What this should be used though is that one thing you can do is that after if they fuck up their Uber push and like they get stuffed and they're trying to run away from right to get out,
Yeah.
this is a great place to just catch players as they're running away.
Got it.
And also, if you're pushing in, this is also a good place. Like if you push in left, this is a good place to take in order to spam point.
Yeah.
This is really not a hold spot. Tack should be on an off class if it's even Ubers. If it's
Okay.
not, if you should be on heavy if it's disad and you don't have time to set up a gun. If you do have time to set up a gun,
Yeah,
You can
so
put the
a
gun
flank
here,
scout, either NG or heavy.
yeah, you can put it here, which is worse. The best spot is the Manny spot, which is
Yeah.
here, so it cannot be spammed from shutter, cannot be spammed from right, and can only be spammed from lower.
Which it also covers.
So it's right here. Make sure
Yes.
can't see it from shutter, can't see it from lower. That's the Manny spot. Not lower, right, or yeah, right, because you're holding last.
Yeah.
Okay, that's the gist. That's basically the entire map review. Is there anything I missed? Like some questions?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think you got
It's,
it. You did a boss ass job.
What was that?
I said I think you did a boss ass job. You got it.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay.
Time
So,
to
Lost-
this.
I play Pocket Soldier. I can give you like some like class specific things you can do.
Yeah.
Okay. So on mid, you're usually gonna be bubble bombing.
Mhm.
But if you're not, if you're playing the passive mid, do not get stuck here. Waiting. This is a pretty precarious place to wait for an arrow. You want to be like around here, just so he can quickly arrow you. Because here you're not seeing anything, and if a soldier comes up here and just
Yeah.
spams like this, you're dead. So yeah, and rule of thumb as pocket soldier: never, if you're taking too much damage up here, just stop fighting for it because they're gonna focus you down and you're eventually gonna die.
Yeah.
So you can just spam it from here. One thing you can do with Larky is that on mid, if if he's calling, hey, there's people pressuring like on that roof, he's getting pressured, or oh, I did a lot of damage. You can like do this bomb and like try to
Yeah.
kill him with Larky. Um. So yeah, I showed you the jumps you need to know. You need to know the lower to bats jump.
Yeah.
You should also know this jump. Um. So you know, so when we push, if you're push and you're not using Uber, so you're dry pushing,
Yeah.
you're the first one in, right?
Mhm.
You take space, right? So if you're doing that, the lower to bats jump is still good, but I suggest not sitting on the fence then because your team's not popping in with you. You should be playing here and just
Okay.
corner peeking this. And if they turn, because in order to kill you, they have to either commit soldiers to turn around and bomb you, or their scout has to go like this. And now they're all the way back on bats, and your team can just take all the space you created.
Got it.
So yeah. That's pretty much it for snakewater, yeah.
Sweet.
Uh,
Also, I had a few questions.
yeah.
I was thinking, would it be better if laptop played roamer? Because laptop is a lot more of an experienced jumper, you know, and Larky is pretty new to jumping and stuff.
Uh, it really just if laptop wants to play roamer and Larky wants to play pocket.
I
Because
prefer pocket.
yeah, because
Cool
it's
too.
jumping can be practiced. Like you can get really good at jumping. It's not too hard because you just need the basics, just wall jumps, normal jumps, all that. Just practice
Mhm.
that. And tell Larky to practice that, and it's
Uh,
fine. And also, it's not like Pocket Soldier doesn't have to be as good as jumping. He's Pocket Soldier still needs to be really good at jumping, especially for like these jumps.
Mhm.
If a
Like for
Pocket Soldier
soldiers.
can't bomb in and take space effectively, it's gonna be just as bad.
oh,
Yeah.
okay, gotcha.
But like,
Um,
okay, continue.
sorry, go ahead first. Go ahead first.
So like, it's completely preference. Like if they want to switch, switch. But it's not like it's like Roamer is harder because it's like Roamer jumps more, and so you need to be better at jumping. No, it's not like that.
Okay. Um, Also, as Pocket Scout, I was wondering what should I like be practicing?
Um, just DM like MG, being able to
Should I
like scout v soldier v MG is very important.
just...
Oh yeah, for just practice for you specifically, I think you just should just practice like staying by the med in scrims and pugs.
Yeah,
Just remember that.
Mhm. Okay.
yeah, pubs can work. Like if you like want to play with like
Oh
a
no,
medic
pugs.
and you pugs, yeah, pugs are also good. I wouldn't suggest playing open level pugs as practice. I think they're more for fun because
Yeah. I mean, it's
you
better
put six
than
open players
not
together,
playing.
it's not going to be good.
Yeah. I feel like it's better than doing literally nothing.
It's better than doing nothing, yeah.
So
But
I should
you
just
can
mainly be MGing and stuff a lot.
MGE is crucial, yeah. You need to be able to shoot pocket soldiers. I mean, not pocket soldiers, bombing soldiers,
Hmm.
taking Ubers, yeah, all that stuff.
And I feel like my DM is pretty good. I feel like I best DM on the team, but I still my positioning is still really bad. So I guess that's just an experience thing.
That's just a scrim. Like really try to improve during scrims. Pay attention. Be mindful.
Mhm. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha. All right. Well, thank you so much for the review. It was
Thank you.
Yeah,
great review, and
yeah.
you're the goat. So thank you for
Thank
all the
you.
help.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
no problem.
I'm gonna make sure
This
the
is all
team
for the
wants.
$20.
Wow, huge
Uh,
$20.
Join YouTube member, $50 now.
What?
I'm probably gonna post this on YouTube so other people can watch it, including our teammates.
Yeah,
Mostly teammates.
All
yeah.
ad revenue goes to Mild, so he gets
Or
$20
the
and
2 cents.
Yeah, big money.
Huge money. That's
Millions
enough
of
for
roosh.
that's like a shit tier skin.
You could get one
Huge.
refined.
Oh,
Shit.
Yeah.
Think about all
So
the
yeah,
YouTube
practice those
videos I
jumps.
got.
Tell Larky to practice a lot.
Yeah.
Larky needs to be good at jumping. It's not even good, just be able to do these regular jumps. Like opening up a map and just doing this is pretty good, is also fine. Like you
Mhm.
can just jump around a map and like figure out good jumps.
Yeah.
Like there's a jump like this you can do. Oh fuck. It's kind of like a BM jump though. And you can slide up the ramp if you want to sack like that, but it's kind of BM.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, okay, thank you again,
Yep.
Mild.
Thank you.
Have a great
Yeah.
night. I'll smell you fellas later.
Yeah.
Yep. See you.
Sleep
Bye.
Bye
well.
bye.